Hello and welcome to the stream. Yeah, so let's get started. Yeah. Got some stuff to talk about at the end, but since I can't imagine this will take very long, we'll talk about it at the end. Okay, so we're doing the lotto. Eh? Aww. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. Let's go! Hopefully we get the cave today. I'd like to have my Slowpoke. And all the other Pokemon I need. That would be good. Well, not all of them, but you know. Excuse me. Come on, cave, cave, cave. That's the name of the cavern. Cave, cave, cave. Where's the other one? It's all the way over there? Okay. I hope it's a cave. I hope I'm not going all the way this way for not a cave. Come on, cave, 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 cave. Dang it, it's a Mirage Island. Why do you exist on something that isn't on... I don't know why they wouldn't put it on an island, man. It seems really stupid that it's not on an island. That's at a cave instead of an island. Because, like, the whole thing is it fishes. I don't understand why they thought that was smart. Put it in a cave. It doesn't even, like, belong in a cave. And that's the joke, is that, like, it's too stupid to know it doesn't belong in a cave. But whatever, we're done with this. Before I end, though, I have to talk about tomorrow. I'll get back to the mall and save, and then I'll talk about tomorrow. So tomorrow, being July 22nd, there's a live stream tomorrow morning for me. It depends on where you live, what time it is, or what time of day it is. But if they announce any new Pokemon, that's not going to change streaming at all. Yeah, I'm still going to stream tomorrow, regardless of what happens. Yeah, you know, I'll play this game. Had we gotten it, I would have played Diamond and Pearl, but since we didn't get the Slowpoke today, we're getting to come back tomorrow to do this. But yeah, regardless of whether or not they add new Pokemon, or whatever they announce tomorrow, hopefully new Pokemon. Gosh knows I need a break from the Pokemon Year cycle, but that's not going to change anything in streaming. If it does, if they do add new Pokemon, the plan is to just release sort of a weekly schedule, like a weekly video where I talk about like the week's schedule of streaming, so that on the main channel, not on this channel. This channel, I mean, I'll also post it on like Twitter and Tumblr and all that. Sorry. Anyway, what else was I gonna say? I think that's it, right? Yeah, just... excuse me. Yeah, just expect that will be different, or that'll happen, you know. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep playing like we would always do, regardless of whether they add Pokemon. We'll just try to catch up. They do add Pokemon, and hopefully more than one. So, yeah, I will, yeah, I'll hopefully have that much time to catch up. Hopefully we can get caught up to the mythical Pokemon, or whatever legendary Pokemon, by the time I get back. I mean, again, I'm not, like, I'm not getting my hopes up too much, because I thought they were going to add new Pokemon last time, on February 27th or whatever. The last Pokemon Presents they did. And they didn't. They just gave more details about Pokemon Legends ZA, which was good. Like, it was very helpful. It was very, like, yeah. Like, it basically gave what the game was. But I hope they add new Pokemon, and I hope they talk about it tomorrow. But there's precedent for anything to happen. You know, remakes don't necessarily add Pokemon sequels, I think, only add new forms of Pokemon. They might add a couple Pokemon here and there. Of course, that depends on the remake and the sequel. Like, the Let's Go games added, I think, Meltan and its evolution or whatever. But other than those guys, at least I think they did. Maybe that was something I had to transfer in. But either way, like, it's, you know, it's just, it's whatever, right? Like, we'll have to see what they decide to do. You know, I hope it's not just regional forms. If they do regional forms, it'd be cool to have, like, regional forms and stuff. But, you know, it'd be nice to have new Pokemon. Even if it's just, like, new evolutions. To Pokemon that never had evolutions before or anything like that. Or just, you know, just alternate evolutions. You know, whatever it is. Regional evolutions. It would be pretty cool. I mean, obviously it's different than Legends Arceus, whatever. In that it's not from the past. Like, they could get away with adding new forms because it was in the distant past and they didn't have to, like, add them. But, like, if they add new forms, they basically have to ensure that this Pokemon can become that new form moving forward. Like, that would be or new evolution or whatever. Unless they somehow, it just happens to be locked to Kalos in some way. Which they could do, you know. It could be like the Lumio City, whatever, you know, like the tower or whatever is changing Pokemon's DNA to make them evolve this way or that way, you know. Whatever, I'm sure they'll come up with some excuse for why there is new Pokemon, you know, why there is, or why there's new forms or whatever. Because it is interesting, because, like, I do wonder, had they come up with regional forms back in, say, Gen 5, like, would 5 and 6 have had regional variations? I'm sure they would. It's just interesting now to sort of, like, go back to these regions that didn't have, or a region that didn't have regional evolutions and regional forms, and potentially add regional forms and regional evolutions. It's really just up to them, obviously, and who knows what Mega Evolutions they'll add. It could just be new Mega Evolutions. It could be, you know, I don't know. I literally have no idea how they're gonna handle this game. I imagine they won't reveal all the new Pokemon, but I figure if there is gonna be any new Pokemon, it's gonna be tomorrow. Like, they're gonna talk about it tomorrow. Because I heard that they're doing, like, some, like, game expo that's coming up, I think, in Europe. That they're gonna have, like, a demo of it at that game expo. And so, that's something that, you know, they're probably gonna wanna, unless they do, like, another one of these before the expo, or at the expo, you know, like, live streaming at the expo or whatever, they probably are gonna announce the Pokeball. Like, I imagine they want to be ahead of, like, leaks and spoilers and stuff. Because I imagine the demo, if it's gonna, I mean, unless they'd, like, limit the demo to just pre-existing Pokemon, but I feel like that's a lot of work at this point. Just, like, announce, if there is gonna be any new Pokemon, like, at this point I imagine they're just gonna announce the new Pokemon, or some of the new Pokemon anyway. But easier for the demo and stuff, you know. And I hope it's a good game, like, when I do get to it. And I probably will. I mean, if there's new Pokemon, I will. Or new forms, I absolutely have to, but... excuse me. But I hope they do what they did in Legends Arceus, and, add new forms, and new evolutions, and new Pokemon. Just brand new Pokemon would be awesome as well. We'll see. We'll see what the future of Kalos holds. Tomorrow morning, 8 AM for me, CDT. And various other times throughout the world. Yeah, and I'm excited. I'll absolutely be watching that stream. I won't be live streaming it like some YouTubers do. I'm just gonna be watching it at my home. Cause it'd be way too early to be live streaming. But yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited to announce. Even if it's just like new games or more details about like the Champions game, or just like new details of the story, because we have very little story details either. We have some of the story in the last stream we got, but like, yeah, we didn't get a ton of story stuff. It could just be like TCG Pocket. I mean, if they're gonna do it, they don't do live streams for small stuff like new Pocket expansions. They'll probably have like trailers for new Pocket things, new Cafe, new Sleep, you know, that kind of stuff. Cafe Remix, new Sleep, Pokemon Sleep kind of stuff. But the big thing is gonna be Legends EA. Like I think yesterday they posted a picture of Tepig, and it's like, what do you love about, like, tell us what you, it was like, mark your calendar, it's 2 days, you know, the stream's 2 days, or whatever, and then they had, like, you know, what do you love about Tepig? So obviously there's gonna be something to do with Tepig. If it's just, I don't know, it's probably a regional Embor, if I were to guess. But we'll see, what they choose to do. It'll be interesting to see what a French Embor looks like. A French pig. It could be a whole new evolution. It would be interesting. I would be very surprised if they did one. Or it could be a Mega Embor, you know what I mean? It could just be, like, announcing the Megas for the starters. Like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know, and I'm super excited. Tomorrow, I'm sure I'll talk about all about it tomorrow. And all the exciting things they talked about, if there's anything exciting. You know, and maybe disappointments if they don't talk about certain, you know, things. But I'm sure I'll be excited. It's exciting nonetheless, whatever they talk about. It would be utterly, completely absurd if they announced Gen 10. I don't think they're ready for that. I think they're gonna wait until after Legends EA has out to talk about Gen 10. They might tease it. I could see them, like, teasing, like, oh, there's a new Pokemon game coming, you know. But I don't think they're gonna outright announce a new Pokemon game, the Gen 10. Which, like, it's kind of surprising how long it's been since we've had a mainline Pokemon game, you know. It's been about 3 years since Scarlet and Violet came out. That's wild to me. It will be this November. Like, yeah, almost 3 years, and, like, there's not been a new Pokemon, which is amazing, because I heard that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were, like, not good. Like, were very buggy when it was released, and probably still a little buggy. And, like, nobody really liked that fact. And it was just very toxic. So it seems very much like Game Freak wants to make a good game again. You know, they want fans to be happy, and I think that's good. That's a good step in the right direction, and I think the best way to make a good game, you know, the best way to make a lot of money is to make a good game, right? You know, it's easy for the Pokemon company to just print money at this point. Put their brand on a popular popular mobile game, board game, Lego set, whatever, right? And they'll make money, but, like, it takes a lot of, you know, heart to make Pokemon, you know, because, like, it won't survive forever if they don't keep bringing love to the franchise, right? It will die. Like, people won't always stand for bad quality things. Like, eventually people will stop supporting it. But we'll see. Whatever the future holds, tomorrow and beyond, I'm very excited for this franchise. I'm excited for the new games. I'm excited to enter Gen 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. All and Legends Arceus and ZA and all and 10 eventually probably. I don't know. We'll see how fast. I mean, that's the thing. Tomorrow could also, like, change, like, how long. Like, it's the one thing. It's sort of bittersweet in the fact that if they announce new Pokemon, you know, excuse me, it gives me a break, but at the same time, it's delaying the inevitable. You know, but I mean, I feel like that's gonna happen regardless. The delay is gonna be regardless. Like, I feel like it's an inevitability, whether it's tomorrow, 3 months from now, or, right, July, August, September, October, yeah, 3 months from now, a year from now, whatever the delay is, like, they're gonna probably announce Gen 10 by the time I'm done with this project, and so there's probably gonna be a delay. How much of Gen 10 I'll be able to do by the end of the series? I genuinely don't know. Like, I don't know how long or how much what the future of this franchise holds. Hopefully they're not just gonna announce new Pokemon. I mean, they're doing, like, a whole dance party on the Japanese, like, YouTube channel an hour before, so it's obviously this is something that's gonna be big. Like, they want people to join for this. Like, there's very clearly something that they're gonna talk about. Like, it's not just gonna be run-of-the-mill updates and, you know, whatever. It's gonna be something big, like new Pokemon, or even a whole new Pokemon generation, like, or like a, you know, whatever it is, and it'll probably just be, yeah, it'll probably also be the updates for TCG Pocket, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Cafe Remix, and any other spin-off games they want to have, you know, Pokemon Champions and any other spin-off games they're doing. Maybe they'll talk about, like, old games coming to the Switch. Or Switch 2, you know, like a lot of those games, like Pokemon, I think the Coliseum one, or not the Coliseum, the, whatever the ones that were on the Switch, or on the GameCube. They might talk about that, or maybe, it'd be very fun if they announced a remake of one of those. My god, can you imagine if they announced a remake to the GameCube games? That would be so wild. Or like a sequel to them? Oh my god, that would be so wild. Like, whatever it is, it's exciting tomorrow. Like, it's gonna be big, regardless of whatever they announce. Like, oh my god, a remake, a proper, like, remake of a spin-off game. I don't think Pokemon's ever done that before. I think Cafe Remix is the closest they've ever gotten to, like, recreating an older game, because it was Cafe Mix before, but it's just kind of an update, though, of the gameplay and the aesthetics and everything. But yeah, like, and Shuffle, I guess, kind of, when it became, like, a mobile game, it kind of switched from, like, the DS or whatever console it was on originally. You know, they had to change it a little bit there. But yeah, it's whatever happens, it's exciting. Oh man, that'd be so wild, though. A remake of a spin-off game would be so wild. What is it? Pokemon XD, Shadows of Darkness, or a new Pokemon Ranger game? How would they do that, a Pokemon Ranger game? They could do it. I'm sure they could come up with some wacky mechanic where it's not pointing the thing on the thing and, you know, where it's not pointing a stylus at the screen and making a circle or however that game works. I'm sure they could come up with some mechanic. Or a new Pokemon, a brand new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game would be wild. Or like a remake of the older one, of the other ones, like have XD be like the beginning of the remake era, Switch remake era. I mean, who knows, man? Switch 2 has potential, man. It has, like, yeah, there's a lot they can do with this franchise. New games, remakes of old games, new Pokemon, whatever the franchise holds, whatever the future holds. I'm excited. Maybe they'll announce, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they announced DVDs for Horizon. Like, I can see them doing that. Absolutely, I can see them announcing, like, DVDs or, like, DVD collections. I want, so desperately, if they ever release it, which I'm surprised they haven't at this point, a complete collection of the Ash Ketchum, like a saga of the anime. I'm honestly shocked they haven't released everything from, what would it be, like the Indigo League to Journeys, whatever the last Journeys series was. I'm honestly shocked they haven't, like, released a DVD box set of that, or a Blu-ray box set of that yet. Like, it's wild, man. Yeah. It's exciting. I'm excited for tomorrow, whatever the future holds. Whether Pokemon or not, it's gonna be exciting, it's gonna be fun. You know, hopefully it's not just run-of-the-mill updates. It can't be, right? Like, it can't be, because they wouldn't, if it were just run-of-the-mill updates, they'd just release a press release, or they'd, you know, or they'd have, like, smaller little videos, trailers on their channel for these things. They wouldn't have a full-fledged live stream. Like, these are the big things, right? As far as I'm aware. I've only really watched one Pokemon Presents. I've watched, like, highlights of others, like, with the trailers after they've done the Pokemon Presents, like, that's, like, how I knew about Gen 7 and 8, and all the wacky stuff they did with that, the Alolan, and then Gen 9, it's new stuff, you know. Alolan Executor, that was a fun trailer. I do love that one. But whatever the future holds, wherever they go next in the Pokemon world, I'm excited. Hopefully it's Greece. Because Greece would make sense. I mean, inevitably they have to do Greece, right? I don't think I've ever talked about this before, but I feel like Greece has to be one of the locations I go to, because it would be a wild location. Like, they could have so much fun with that, especially if you, like, bring in, like, talking more about, like, the other sort of godlike Pokemon. Like, it'd be such a great way to have that, and have, like, other Pokemon. Like, you know, it has all the landscapes. They love themselves some islands. Greece has islands. So, like, you know, I think that's that's what they need to do, right? Like, that would be perfect. Greece would be absolutely perfect for old lore, new god Pokemon, old god Pokemon, you know, maybe Thundurus is said to come from here, you know, like, there's some alternate forms, regional forms, evolutions, oh my god, Thunder, like, Oh my gosh, can you imagine like Thundurus or some other Pokemon like that getting an evolution? A legendary Pokemon getting an evolution would be wild. Well, I guess it is a thing now, isn't it? In Gen 7, they introduced the idea of legendary Pokemon being able to evolve, but, like, having a specific evolution for a pre-existing, pre-existing legendary would be wild. Maybe they'll finally make Manaphy a evolution of Fione. Fione's tomorrow, by the way. So that's what I've been thinking about lately, is the fact, and I'll talk about it in the video, how, like, I'm honestly shocked they haven't made Manaphy an evolution of Fione at this point. Like, they absolutely could. Like, at any time, they could absolutely do that. I know it's like a mythical, I don't know, maybe they have a rule that they don't evolve mythical Pokemon or something like that. They don't give evolutions to mythical Pokemon, but, like, if legendary Pokemon can evolve, I think that, excuse me, I think mythical ones can too. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just too ingrained at this point that Manaphy and Fione are somehow related, but not, you know, not in an evolutionary line. But, I mean, there's so much nonsense that they've done in the past, like, wacky ways you have to evolve your Pokemon. Flip your console upside down. And, you know, stuff like that. He's not Gen 5, right? Oh god, I hope not. Oh god, I hope the squids aren't Gen 5. I hope they're Gen 6 and 7. Oh, I really hope the squid that involves you flipping your console upside down doesn't... Like, that one I might have to do on my... Well, no, I can't. Oh, okay. So I have to emulate... I don't know, I think I said this earlier, but I have to emulate... or maybe I didn't, I don't know. I have to emulate Gen 4 and 5 on my computer, so... And I can't, like, transfer one to the other. Like, I could technically transfer the save, I think. But it would be very weird, and, like, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting. We'll bring back the long streams. But yeah, this has been me rambling about tomorrow, and I'll probably ramble again tomorrow, because we're probably gonna spend another, like, 2 minutes doing this. You know. But it's been exciting. It has been a stream where I've done exactly nothing but ramble and not catch a Slowpoke. Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get the cave. Hopefully in 2 days we can start Gen 4, finally. In an unknown amount of live stream time. I genuinely don't know when we're gonna start the live stream because of the whole, not only day-night cycle spawning, day-night spawning, but also days of the week spawning thing now, that they introduced in Gen 4. So that's a thing. And that's something I'll have to... Oh, excuse me. To think about. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. I'm just so excited for tomorrow, man. I would like a week off, you know. I know when it pushes the end, but... Or week, well, not a week off. Well, I don't know, it kind of depends. Because, like, if I get 11 days, it's really not going to probably impact me that much. Like, I'm probably still going to work on videos for those 11 days. But, like, if it's 22, 33, 44, whatever, like, that's going to be big. Like, that's going to be, like, a month, over a month, you know. It could very well go until... My break could very well go until the release of Pokemon ZA, and then get extended because of the release of Pokemon Legends ZA. So, we'll see. Tomorrow, I'll talk all about it. I'm sure all y'all will learn about all this tomorrow. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Yeah, catch me tomorrow at 10 p.m., I think? Because I think I'm going somewhere tomorrow. Let me check. Let me make sure I have that right. 10 p.m. CDT. Yes, because I'm going to the library. I'm going somewhere. I don't know exactly how far it's going to be, so I've given myself an extra hour to prep for that. To, like, come back to this. I mean, it's not going to be that big of a deal, but I'll have showered at that point, so I don't really know if it'll matter too much, but, yeah. That's everything. I will talk about... Excuse me. Tomorrow, I'll talk about all the things tomorrow. Excuse me, not all of the things, but, you know, I'll talk about the fun stuff, the things I don't like, the things I like about the thing tomorrow. It's probably going to take up majority of the stream. Because, like, it's exciting, you know? I'm ready for this. That's it. 10 p.m. tomorrow, CDT. You'll see it in the video. I'll post my Fiona video tomorrow, and that could very well be the last one for many weeks. Or at least a week and a half. We'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed there's new Pokemon. It would also be exciting for new Pokemon, over 10,000, 1,025, right? Go beyond 1,025. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And